Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
For his ultimate with the Jax and vice versa, and Hui is just going to really struggle as Yone starts getting online. And so now as the Vi, like Sponge is put in this predicament where he needs to help a Lucian Nami. The fact that we see so much Lucian Nami into Zeri despite it losing lane to good teams so often is just a product of teams practicing this because it's been so meta for so long as Lens is in trouble.
Well, you can do this as well. Flash forward from Teddy, but Lens is too quick. As now Pace trying to take the 1v2. This is not going well. He's missing kind of everything now. As flash forward with the bubble. That's going to be first blood going to Pace, though. And now Pleta is going to pick up the kill. Pleta, unfortunately, I think extending for the Lulu. Maybe should have just focused on
it's Gen.G. It's Chovy on Yone. You know, in this particular game, he didn't know that, of course, when he locked into Lucian, but what if he engages on me? His engages are so crisp. They always have map control. I don't want to play a Felios into that. I want to be the one who dictates the pace at least.
Well, level 6 here for Rascal. Stun card does come through, and that's the end of the trade.
Oh, now Sponge is up here. There's a ward.
Yeah, that's a red card as well. Keen's in a bit of trouble, and he is going to utilize the Ghost, trying to just outrun the Vi here. Gold card is going to come through, but easily canceled by the cease and desist. Keen still holding on to his flash, though, and he is going to utilize it, and they can't get under the turret.
Guess what?
Yeah, now Canyon says, oh, this is a free little dive down here on the bottom side. Tidal Wave comes through. It's a double bubble. It's going to hit them as Teddy gets some huge damage into Lehens, but at the end of the day, Teddy also is going to bite the dust. That is a 2-for-1 in favor of Gen.G. Here is Yehu on the bottom side. Meanwhile, Chovy is getting some pressure in mid, though.
Yeah, Yehu decided to come down there to try to make sure they could follow up on that play, but I don't know if that was necessary. It's going to cost him a plate that I don't think it really needed to lose, as Rascal's still in an uncomfortable spot. No ult, no flash. Clears the wave.
Oh, boy. Yeah, he's dead. He doesn't have flash. He doesn't have any more dashes. He's just taken out. Kind of funny.
The zone pays out, but they don't kill Pays, they don't kill the hens. Yes, plate gold is given over here to Teddy, but at the same time, you know, Canyon is topside, so you end up losing control of the play. You lose the Renekton, you lose plates at mid because Yehu roamed. You will still get the dragon, in this case for DRX, which doesn't feel great about that being the only advantage you have in this game. I mean, you blink and it's a 4,000 gold lead.
Yehu just flashed, and now there's a TF underneath the turret. He's got to run. The fear is excellent, but now he's got a Yone right behind him, and Chovy just barely going to get away. Sponge is going in, and he might be able to pick up this kill. Yes, he will, but now level 10 Canyon is getting on in there as the Jungle Jax, and you're not getting away from this one, especially with the TF gold card, as that will be another kill in the hands of Gen.G.
Gen.G to see everything on the map, every single play, every single angle, and I mean, it's just Keen showing up to tank the turret at the end of the day there for Chovy. Ends up getting 2 kills here for Gen.G.
And 3.
Yeah, once the wave crashes, they have an opportunity for sure. Yehu doesn't have flash.
It is Hui, and he's trying desperately to clear the wave, but he's not going to clear the cannon. A very unfortunate timing for him. They're just going to kill the turret. It's not even a dive anymore. They're just 3v1 bullying him on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, really nicely played here from Canyon. He is just everywhere right now. Every single play looks like it might go DRX's way. Oh, maybe they could turn this. Oh, Zeri's low. She had to flash. She's walking away, but you don't chase.
Here comes Keen. It's going to ult on over. And Rascal just barely not having his TP means they kind of just have to give this credit to him. And now DRX just trying to hold on in this current spot. Fortunately, it doesn't feel like there's too much to hold on to, as now Yehu in a lot of trouble gets flash, gold carded, and CC'd to death. And that'll be the end of him. Good luck trying to side lane against all of this roaming power from Gen.G.
They have to contest Baron. DRX here, they have to check this, and so very scary now. You have to be on the top side of the map. Yone's still bottom, but that's teleport, of course.
Figure out what kind of position the Hui does have in this game.
Well, if you want to put 2 Ts on it, I feel like Gen.G might butt in to his plan.
Oh boy. It's perfect. And look at this, the engage is pretty perfect as well, as Sponge trying to get something done. He's going to get blast coned in. Unfortunate, very rare usage of that plant, but that's going to be his demise.
If they just let the dragon go, Chovy goes back to his side. Pick your poison, DRX.
Keen runs in a straight line at them, takes more than half his health bar, but he's still going to land the gold card, so I guess he did his job. He's got the RFC online, and they're not able to dodge him, as Canyon is behind the whole team. Chovy getting in there. He's going to keep Rascal around, takes him down. A lot of damage into Chovy, but meanwhile, the front line of DRX is just disappearing, evaporating before our eyes, as now Pace underneath the turret. Another gold card is going to hit Teddy, as he doesn't have anyone else on his team. That is a clean ace for the side of Gen.G.
There you go. There you have it. 24.5 minutes in. They're going to push to end here. 30 seconds on the Lucian, 30 seconds on the Wei.
It's over.
It's done. That's it. That was the last and only real team fight. And it wasn't even a real team fight. It was just them getting caught. Keen's like, that's the Twisted Fate gameplay. I lose half my health bar, press gold card, my team wins.
I have the RFC. I attacked him from miles away. One clip where I was like, oh, well, I guess it's just Cassante, and then he 1v3'd. It's not.
So many times knows this matchup. It's going to get slowed here.
The whole team is in the brush, guys. As they're going to bubble it, they're going to get the flash out of Yehu. Trying to get something out of Chovy. Lahen's going to flash over the wall now. He's in a bit of trouble, as he doesn't have his flash anymore, and he should be going down here. As flash forward now from Pleta, looking for more. And it's first blood to Maokai. Sponge going to pick this one up.
Yeah, some flashes down here, of course, to punish this Ashe Caitlyn. They do not have vision in the brush.
So they saw him on the Gromp. They're not respecting this engage. Pleta does not have flash, so he's just dead. Guys, you saw him on the Gromp. Your support doesn't have flash. There wasn't a ward. There was no way to see him coming on the path towards his red. He's behind. He lost a buff already, so maybe he's not going to come bod, but either way, that's the way it did pan out. And now Sponge is on the bottom side of the map here. Pay's already taken a bunch of damage. Just step on a trap. He is going to cleanse away from the root, but this is pretty elementary as a very nice dive does come in from the side of DRX.
Well played. Teddy should be able to grab that plate as well. He does, and now Lahen's is next on the chopping block.
Yep, Pleta going to tank up a couple of shots, and it's done perfectly. That's a couple of kills now for DRX on the bottom side of the map.
Really massive. And Canyon, this time they read him correctly in that he's going to try to get the maximum value out of Rel's early clear on. He's so far behind on CS, plus the plate gold means he is just so significantly behind this lethality Caitlyn as Frog.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. The knockup is going to come in here as he gets knocked away by the hammer. So Frog doesn't have any way to get away from this, although it does go pretty far away, but this is Cassante, who am I kidding? He's got another dash in about a second or two. It's a straight up solo kill that does come through from Keen.
Keen's so good at this matchup, and Chovy's ultimate, and he will have to flash, as you mentioned, is once again Canyon stays down here.
This time there is Arrow, all summoners available for DRX's bottom lane. Still just trying to help out the bottom lane. Canyon's taking a lot of damage here, but now Pleta, he's not going to respect the Rel combo. He's just going to get Magna Stormed in the face as here comes Sponge, but is he on time is the question. Another Q is going to come through, and Teddy just gets run into as Pays will be able to take him down with the help of Lahen's. Actually flashes and then dies, as Sponge might be able to follow up on this one. Nice Q from Sponge, but not going to be able to get any more kills.
Some of that extra cooldown on the W as a celebration. Bit of a messy one down there, but Gen.G have really evened up the gold.
Yeah, and what do you do when new players join the LCK? You bully them. This dive is not going very well. Pay's just going to die to the turret. So actually, Gen.G are the ones bullying themselves, I guess. That dive was not it.
What is going on, Valdez?
Yeah, who's just dead? No flash, no rocket jump. Not sure how that one happened. Maybe he jumped in again. 3v3. And it's an engage from Canyon. Pleta is once again dead. He's just taking a huge amount of damage from this one, and now Canyon's in a bit of trouble. He's trying to run this one off with his horse pants, but it's not quite going to work out. The heal comes through, but the Q hits as down will go Lahen's, and DRX win the 3v3.
Sponge has 4 kills, Valdez, in this game. He got that Night Spout early. And with the Merc Treads, he just runs at them. He doesn't care. And Pays, he wants to stop these plates from going over, but he is actually now under threat. He wants to farm. Yehu
is dead. Is he? 1 Q? Yeah, that's it.
You knew he was dead.
Snow rocket jump.
She's chosen, and if you're a squishy Nami, you don't get out of there. And this one needs no explaining. Unfortunately, Yehu just overextending once.
Has cleanse, and now Canyon, he's just going to say, okay, well, my mid lane's going pretty well, so I guess I'll just come here into the mid lane and help out with this. Meanwhile, in the top side, Sponge knows where his bread is buttered, as maybe he doesn't actually. Double TP is coming in from the entire side of Gen.G. Teddy is so dead, and down he will go. Keen not going to be able to catch Sponge, as Canyon will do the job instead, as he was just running up the river himself. The disengage cone is definitely going to help out very nicely here, but unfortunately, Cassante is more overpowered than the blast cones that try very hard to deny us any action. So he is going to pick up that kill, as Gen.G are right back in the game.
Now, Frog was able to push bottom here, grab a turret. Yehu did a significant amount of damage to this mid turret, so it wasn't all for nothing here for DRX, who still maintained until that turret went down.
Just pick up a couple. You've got a lot of shielding. You have the Nami as well. So at least you have that. Chovy might be in a bit of trouble here as the Maokai ultimate does come out. Does get caught by the edge of that one. Very nice shockwave. There is no wave here, but it does not matter as they just burst down Chovy. That's a big shutdown in the hands of Frog now.
That was what I was talking about in the draft, the combo. You just press Maokai ult, you press Ashe arrow, and then you just shoot him with Jace. And if it's not a tanky target, if it's not the K'Sante, they will die. It was Orianna in this case. That's a huge shutdown, as you mentioned, for this Jace, who should be able to get that Muramana pretty soon now. Is going to get the turret as well. His tier is nearly stacked up, so suddenly Frog, a big threat here. And because of the 2-dragon lead and because it's just a little bit of shielding and healing power here for Orianna Nami, it's not really a big concern of DRX. They'd rather make that play onto Chovy, pick up that bounty gold. Teddy not confident to push up here and take this turret down. DRX still relevant in this game.
Yeah, they absolutely are. They have an insane amount of poke with the Jace and the lethality Caitlyn, not to mention a lot of ways to get onto the targets, as we did just see. Out comes Sponge.
The Rift Herald escape pod.
Yeah.
In action here, Sponge will have to flash away, but they're not done yet.
Thankfully, Chovy has... Nope, it's not going to matter. The ult does follow. And no disengage code, and is going to help him out this time, as now Sponge is going to get re-caught here with no summoners. Down he goes. 19 kills in a 21-minute game.
Yeah, this game is definitely a very high kill. Very Poke Frog, he's got the plant to give him some additional vision. Not going to be a great one, but it's enough.
The hawk shots are good. They know exactly the health of this as it is coming down. There is a trinket as well. DRX are going to have to do something. Gen.G are not backing down from this Baron. As we can see, the poke is going to hit Chovy mainly, as now the tidal wave is excellent to keep Sponge out of this one. And look at Keen as well, just going to ult him. Excellently done by the top laner of Gen.G to keep the jungler out of this one. But now can they win the fight is the question, as here comes Canyon, going to take down Frog, as he is the front line right now. And the Maokai, Sponge, he's the only one left here with 380 carries. He's just got to turn tail and get out. Thankfully, the Blast Cone saves his life and get close. No steal attempt, and it's Rel. So it's 100-0. It's not a flip at all. Even if they get in the pit,
yeah,
against the Rel, you're going to be feeling pretty confident. Although at that point, mistakes do happen. So Gen.G, it's the right call. They have the tanky front line to take up the Baron early on in the game as well. And now with the Baron, they're going to be able to put on a huge amount of pressure onto this map. With the Baron power plays, here comes the Hex Flash, but the Nature's Grasp is going to help out a bit, but only helps out the rest of the team, Sponge not included.
Yeah, who's going to get a turret up here topside, so it's not all for nothing here for DRX. Not all for naught, the lost turret mid, but it's going to be a trade 2-for-1 here potentially. The wave will actually thin out, so won't be able to grab this inhibitor turret, but they get half of it, as Teddy got to be further back than you are.
You gotta avoid the minefield as well. Culling is gonna come out, and Teddy's so low, and he just gets taken out, assassinated by the Lucian. I guess that's why we still pick this champion, as that's a double kill for Pays. Already has 3 items, and he is assassinating people.
Cherry on top to their 4,700 Red Bull Baron power play. So much gold, and it's
12% extra. He's feeling pretty good about that, actually. And meanwhile, here, the 1v1, you talked about it. Yehu, he's just never able to match Chovy the entirety of this game.
That's in draft, I said it, like they're putting a lot of pressure on Yehu to lock him this.
And now he's got the cripple loop. So there's Orianna that's already incredibly strong. We also have Bloodthirster finished for Pays. So your damage dealers are doing a lot, and your tanks have just stacked an incredible amount of armor, as Pleta doesn't exist anymore. He is just pushed away, as we do have a big fight coming in here, and Yehu's just not here. Neither is Keen, but now Sponge is going to be taken out as well, and Canyon finally pulls the trigger. They don't even need that Baron. They're just going to run at DRX and kill 4 of them. And that might just be the end of the game.
Yep, they end up catching them there in the top lane before the Baron even spawns. Who needs Baron setups? K gets his 1,500th kill, the first LCK top laner to do so. And he may be picking up a POG in this one as well. They're pushed to end.
Yeah, that should do it. And Gen.G gonna make it pretty quick here. We talked about some long metas in recent times. Not the case when Gen.G does play off against teams they are much better than. So, quick 2-0 And a bunch of kills in this second game. Gen.G, you see that Keen just takes negative damage in the trade. And that is going to do...